Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing well today. Today I'm going to come to you with something a little bit different. I'm not going to bring you a face painting video. I'm going to bring you something very inspirational and very powerful. So hear me out to the end and you're going to discover something really strong and very powerful. Now, I know that today in our world and our society, we think about ourselves a lot, how to take care of ourselves, so on and so forth, and many things like that. However, there is a lot of power and a lot of strength and a lot that we get for not thinking of ourselves but thinking of others in different ways. I know one thing that I have discovered: if I'm feeling sad or down or bothered about something and just really in a funk, I find someone and I sew into them. And it can be a simple thing. It's just like, I give something away, you give something away, and it really is a snowball effect. And you might say, well, I don't have anything to give away. And it's like, I need to hold on to everything that I have. However, there's an effect there that happens. You know, some people will say what goes around comes around. Some people say what you sow is what you reap. And well, I believe both. What goes around comes around, and what you do sow is what you do reap. Now, where I'm going with this is very simple, yet very powerful. Again, when I was saying before about when I'm just feeling down, if I'm feeling sad, I find someone else that I can bless or I can sow into and give words of encouragement, or even give something else that's very valuable, something like my time. And that doesn't have to be something that's very big. However, it does make a big impact. If you see, for example, now here's a great one where a lot of us could use a lot of help. We're driving somewhere, we've got to get someplace, it's busy traffic, and it's like, oh, this person inside to go zoom right on by or wants to get in. It's like, oh no, I'm not going to let them in, because of blah, 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 whatever. However, if you just stop for a moment and pull back and say, go on in, guy, come on, go ahead. That little thing will have such a ripple effect. Because you're allowing them to come in, they're not cutting in front of you. You're giving them permission. So suddenly something's not being taken away from you. You're giving something. And when you give something, you have way more power than someone just taking it. So then all of a sudden, not only have you given it, then they've received it. And before you know it, it's just like, oh, you see they're waving, oh yeah, thanks, I appreciate that. That's just one example. And really, in the spectrum of things, if you've got to get somewhere, is that few seconds or even a minute going to make a difference in the big picture? No, it's not. And what if you have a delay and the delay is expanded? Well, so what if there's a delay? There's more important things. You never know what that delay is for. That delay might be there for a reason to keep you safe. Maybe keep you out of a situation maybe you shouldn't be. Or maybe rearranging things so that you are in a situation, the right place at the right time for something. It's reaping and sowing. You give kindness, you get kindness back. So now what happens then if you're in a situation and someone cuts you off, slams your brakes on? Since we started talking about traffic, we're going to go there. So then you can look at that. Instead of getting upset, you can say, oh, wait a minute. Okay, what goes around comes around. Now, did I do that to someone else? Or is that person sowing and he's going to get it back later on? Something to think about. Trust me, it works. It also works in acts of kindness. A good word goes so far. Whether it's a stranger on the street or someone that you know in the grocery store, a cashier, when they say, hi, how are you? How's your day? Or whatever. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they seem a little crabby or a little cranky. We have no idea what's going on in their life, what kind of stressors they're facing. And just a little word, a little smile, and asking them, how are you today? Or, you really have lovely eyes. So what if it's a woman saying that to a woman? Who cares? And if it's a man saying it to a woman, who cares? It doesn't mean someone's getting hit on. And so on and so forth. Something like that just may be that little bit of spark, that tenderness, that compassion and caring that that person needs to pick them up out of a slump, out of feeling bad. Maybe they're feeling depressed. Maybe they're second guessing their life and they're thinking like, why am I even here? And that one little word or act of kindness shows them, wow, someone cares. I'm not invisible. And that goes on for so many things. So, words to think about. Care about people. Show little bits of kindness and encouragement, whether it's to people that you know or strangers. If you're feeling sad or blue, just pick up your cell phone. Go scroll through your cell phone for someone you haven't talked to in a while, or someone maybe they're just an acquaintance, not really a good friend. Send them a text message and say, hey, I'm thinking of you today. Have an amazing day. Wow, you won't regret it. A little thing like that, it's just usually 99.9% of the time what that person really needs to hear, and you're the instrument being used. So, little thought to think on today. Sow into other people's lives. So a little bit of kindness, so a little bit of love. Really, it doesn't cost you anything. And what you get back is worth so much more. Take care. Have yourselves a great day. Thanks for tuning in and listening.